So I would like to welcome you once more to our webinar. This is an opening webinar of the 2022 Autumn Phenology or Autumn Tree campaign. And this webinar is organized to give you the information about the campaign, information about the activities, just to help you to start easily and know everything you need to know so that all the activities go smooth for you. I will introduce myself. My name is Lenka Kleger and I represent Globe Program Europe and Eurasia Regional Coordination Office. And I'm also coordinating the Phenology campaign. And I do it together with my colleague Dana Votápková, who is here with us as well.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be there.
And Dana will help us to solve any technical problems today. And she will also help me not to forget about something. So Dana, please don't feel shy to interrupt me anytime. And also Bára Semeráková is our other colleague. She can't join today, but she's sending greetings. But you will probably meet her at some other webinar, or you can see her name in the emails. Well, the webinar should last maximum 1 hour. First, I will give you some presentation about the campaign, about the activities. And then we will have time to discuss, to ask any questions that come to your mind. And we will also see some short video from students. So this is the plan. I don't know if you have any questions now for the beginning before I turn on the presentation. Seems not. So, but before I will be talking a lot, I have some short little activity for you, because I know many of you have been participating in the campaign for many years, or at least for 1 year. Some of you are new to the campaign. So let's find out how it is, how many people are new, how many people are experienced. So I would like to ask all of you who are joining the campaign for the first time, if you can just wave to us or use the smiley, wave virtually, or put a thumb up.
Hello, I'm from Croatia and I'm here for the first time.
Hello, welcome. Okay.
Hello, I'm from Czech Republic and me too for first time.
Hello.
And sorry for my camera, but it's not working.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, so these were the new ones.
Hello,
Perhaps. Hello, Alice.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm Alice and I'm here for the first time. I've joined the microplastic program the last year, and from that I knew about this more or less because I knew about this phenology also in the past, because the phenology was very close to my interest in the past, and but I never tried it. So it's the first time. I'm Alice and I teach in the northeast of Italy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Alice, and welcome to the campaign. I hope you will enjoy the activities. Okay, so these were the new participants, and perhaps there's someone who was already, actually who was involved in the campaign in spring, but have never experienced greening down of trees, have never tried to observe the autumn change. Is there someone like that?
Third time for me, I think, from the autumn 20, 21, and now 22. And also the spring campaigns between. So fifth time for me.
Okay, okay. So this is really great experience. And so perhaps those of you who have the same long experience, can you again wave or put a thumb up so we can greet you? Okay, seems we don't have such participants, or perhaps they just don't show it, show their experience. well, thanks a lot for joining this short activity. And now I will introduce the campaign. So let me share my screen. Dana, please, can you say if you can see it? Can you see the presentation?
Yeah, I can see it well. Right.
Thanks a lot. Okay, I can change my slides, but I think it will just take a little time. Yeah, perfect. So to start with talking about the campaign, I would like to explain a little bit what is phenology, because we talk about the autumn tree campaign or European phenology campaign. So just to make sure that all of us are familiar with the word phenology. Phenology is the core of our campaign, is the science that is basis for our autumn observation. And in fact, it is a science that studies how living organisms, either animals or plants, respond to seasonal and climatic changes in the environment. So to give you an example of such reaction to seasonal change, you can see there the birds flying. So it's like the migration of birds that's happening based on the change of a season. And of course, it's the seasonal change of trees that we are focusing on in our campaign. So as the trees start waking up and blooming in the spring, then the leaves grow, turn color and fall down. These all are the phenology or seasonal changes. Phenology is actually one of the oldest area of environmental science and of science in general. So from the really ancient times, people always needed to know about the reaction of organisms to the seasonal changes. People needed to know when to harvest the fruits on the trees. People needed to know when they can hunt animals when they are on the migration. So always it was important for people to know this connection between organism and climate or changing of seasons. And this was in the past, it was not called phenology. It was just something that was like spread by mouth. And then it changed into the science, and this science was also very important and stays important even for now. So we need the phenological data for many aspects of our lives, from healthcare. So the example can be the pollen allergies. People need to know when to be careful if they suffer from pollen allergies. We need them for agriculture. So we again need to know when it's best time to put the seeds into the ground. We need to know when to harvest fruits or just any other products. So these are some examples. And last but not least, phenology is very important for proving climate change or for understanding climate change, because the timing of the seasonal changes usually was kind of same, but now we can with like observing these changes for a long time, we can see how these changes are like shifting in a time. So for example, when talking about trees, we can see that the trees start blooming earlier, that the spring change starts earlier and earlier. And this is one way how to see that our climate is changing and it influences what's happening on our Earth. So that's why phenology is very important for us even nowadays. Well, and now talking about the autumn campaign. I already mentioned that we will focus on seasonal changes of trees, and we will do this starting now in September. What is important for you is not any date set by us, but the date of change of your trees. So you need to start observing them shortly before they start like changing color. That's the time to start with your campaign. And this observation will continue until like late November or beginning of December, again, depending on your country, on the place where you live at. And there will be one milestone at the end of November, and it will be a virtual student conference where you will have the opportunity to present your results. I will talk about it later on. To give you idea of how big the campaign community is, so we have 100 school teams registered from 19 countries, mostly from Europe and Eurasia region, just for this autumn. And it means about 2,500 students that are involved in watching the trees changing. What we hope that the campaign will bring you, we hope it will provide you with activities that are like quite simple and hopefully also enjoyable, and that will help you to talk to your students or teach your students in the nature and about nature. So it will take you outdoors with your students. We also hope it will be a good opportunity for you to share your results and cooperate with other schools or even with scientists in the international environment. And last but not least, your observation will create a source of information for your project, or for projects of other schools. We will share the results so you can use your results or also compare them to results of other schools and just, you know, plan your own project for this autumn. Also, the information that you will collect, the results that you will collect are important source for scientists who use them. I already talked about it, about the connection between phenology and climate change. So this is why we need your data. And talking about scientists, I'm very happy that we have a strong cooperation with scientists from many different countries and many different scientific organizations. So here you can see some logos. We cooperate with NASA, with Wageningen University in the Netherlands, Charles University, University of Latvia, and many more. So you can have a support from scientists for your activities. What you will receive from us during the autumn, first it will be the activities that will guide you through the autumn change. Then it will be a newsletter that will be sent to you like kind of regularly, and you can see it here on the right. This is a print screen of the first newsletter. I hope you have all received it. If not, please let me know. We can try to find out where the problem is. Sometimes just some technical reason happens. So please, if you haven't received a newsletter from me, let me know. Also, if you will be active in the campaign, if you will let us know about your activities, you will receive a certificate of appreciation from us at the end of the campaign. Here, I would like to mention that all the activities in the campaign are voluntary. So the fact that you registered for the campaign doesn't oblige you to do anything. It's up to you if you really will have time to finish the activities. We hope you will like them and you will have the time to do it. But if not, just please don't be stressed. You can try next autumn again. And also, please let us know how it goes for you. And this applies if it goes well, we are happy to hear it, but we also are thankful for information that it doesn't go well. If you have any problem, share it with us. Perhaps we can help you to fix the problem, or it will help the other schools to be careful about something to prevent some troubles. So please just keep us informed. And now we will go through the activities that are focused on greening down of trees or on the autumn change. We have 3 activities. First one is called My Tree, and it is about choosing tree that is suitable for your observation. The second one is called color change. It's about observing how the color of leaf changes and how the leaves are falling down. And the third one is about working with data. And this is just an overview. And now let's go through all the activities, like step by step. So first activity, my tree. Maybe you have already seen it. Maybe you have already done it. If not, you will know how to do. If yes, maybe you will realize if you did everything that was needed. So in this activity, you need to find a tree, a suitable tree. So what means suitable? It's a tree that is close to your place, to your school. This is important because you will visit this tree often for some time. So it's good to have a tree that you can visit quite fast. The tree also needs to know one branch low enough so that you can reach it. You can actually touch it because you will need to really watch the leaves. So you need to have it close. And the third important rule is that the tree should not be influenced by shade, not shaded by a building, or watered or fertilized by people. If the tree that you chose is fertilized, water, or shaded, you can still observe such tree, but please, when you share your data later on, make a comment about it so that scientists or other schools that use your data know that the tree was influenced somehow. So you chose a tree, then you need to choose a branch and mark 4 leaves at one branch, all the leaves at a similar branch, like starting from the end of branch towards the center of the tree, you just mark the leaves 1, 2, 3, and 4. You will need to describe the tree and the site where it grows. So you need to know which tree species you are observing, and you need to have GPS coordinates for the place where it grows. Here at the bottom of the screen, you can see the Phenology campaign species. These are the species that were chosen for the campaign because most of them grow all around Europe. So it's easy to compare the data between schools in Europe. So it is recommended to focus on one of the trees, but of course, if you have another species that you are interested in watching, you can do it as well. We will also ask you to start taking picture with an application called Grow Up. I will describe you the application later on. And also we would like to ask you to share your pictures and your results at the discussion forum. So this was activity 1. It's quite quick and fast. And now comes the activity 2 called color change. And this activity will take you most of the time during the autumn. During this part of observing, we will ask you to go twice a week to visit your trees. And this should start even before the color of leaves start changing. And from that time, you should just visit the tree and record how the leaves are changing until the moment when the leaves fall down. You will need a tool called the Globe Plant Color Guide. Is this thing here in the picture? It has some squares with different colors, and each color has a specific code. So what you will do, you will just compare the color that you see on your leaf with the color on the color guide and write down the code of the color that is the most similar to your leaf. It's really nothing complicated. This you will just keep doing every time that you come to your tree. You will do it for each leaf separately, as each leaf can have different color, or perhaps one leaf will be already fallen, but the other ones will still be on the branch. So every time you will make 4 notes for 4 leaves. What can happen is that you will have the tree covered by snow and you will not be able to observe. So then you write down snow covered. And once the leaf fall down, you will record fallen. Now, we often receive a question: what happens if the tree, if the leaf is having different colors? It can be a little tricky. You can see it here. This leaf is kind of greenish and a little bit yellow, a little bit brown. What you need to do is to record the color that is dominant on your leaf. So in this case, it would be this green color 5GY48. So even though there is some brown and yellow color, you just write the color that is, the dominant on the leaf. It's just your estimation. Just don't be stressed by some exact percentage. Just what you see on the leaf. This is once more example of completed green down data sheet. The data sheet is part of the activity, so you will have the empty table and you will fill it with the codes until you record fallen for all 4 leaves. When this happens, it will be time to do the 3rd activity of the autumn campaign, and this is focused on working with green down data. So we will ask you to upload your data, not green up data, but green down data to the GlobeGov website, to the Globe database. And for this, you will need to have a Globe account. So in case that you don't have a Globe account, please contact your country coordinator. He or she will help you to set the account. Then you will need data that you collected for activity 1 and 2. And then you will need a guide that is part of the activity that will just step by step show you how to enter the data, how to work with the database. I will not now go into the details because it's quite a long explanation, and we also have another webinar recording from last year that you can watch. So I will not describe it now, but send you resources later on. Once you have entered your data into the database, you can create graphs just like these. You can see here, the graphs will show you how your tree color changed, and you can export these graphs. You can export even graphs of other schools. So you can use them for a comparison. You can see if your place differs to another place somewhere else in Europe. Well, and this is it. This is it for the green down activities. And I will stop with my presentation now for a while so that you can ask now if perhaps there's something that's not clear about the activities. So maybe you can stop sharing to see if someone's writing something. So please, if you have any question for the regarding the activities, you can unmute and talk, or you can write into the chat.
Sorry, may I ask, you speak Czech? I'm not sure if I
Okay, yeah,
can... Můžu to říct česky, nejsem si jistá. Mě by jenom zajímalo, jak jsou tam různé data, jestli to musíme do toho data stihnout. Teď tam bylo třeba ta první aktivita do 21.9. Neměla jste to v prezentaci. Když jsme to nestihli kvůli počasí, jestli ještě se to může ta doba prodloužit trošičku.
Určitě. Okay. Já to přeložím a pak odpovím.
Jo, pardon, já bych to asi nezvládla.
Odpověď.
Nezvládla bych to, díky.
Jo, tak perfektní, děkuji za dotaz. Okay, so I will translate the question and then answer in Czech and then answer in English so that all of you know everything. The question was about the dates. When you receive the activities, there's always a date, like we ask you to finish the activities by some date. So the question was if it is necessary to finish the activity by the date. It is not necessary. It's some recommendation. This helps us to move in the campaign. It also gives you some idea that it's important to, for example, choose a tree early enough, because if you don't do it early enough, you don't start your observation early enough, you will miss the beginning of the color change, for example. So it's more, please take it more as an information for you than as some really strict deadline. So if you, for example, haven't chosen your tree within a deadline, no problem at all. Just some information. What matters is what your trees are doing, how the season is changing for you. It's very different actually for, let's say, Italy and Lithuania. The seasons are changing in very different time. So this is what matters. Paní Maria, zeptám se, jestli to mám překládat do češtiny, nebo...
Ne, to je v pořádku, já to spíš nemůžu říct, děkuji moc.
Díky za dotaz.
So there is a question in chat from Sabrina from Italy that they haven't received the color guide yet, but she has already requested it to Globe Italy. So Sandro is here, I think.
Can we find a copy on your website? Then we can print it by ourselves.
It's not so easy to print it because the colors are really very special for each. Yeah.
Hi everybody.
Hello, Sandro.
Hello.
Hi everybody. I think that Lorella and Paola had sent it, but Italian mail is not perfect. So I think they should wait for some time. We apologize for that, but I think that's a problem of the mail.
Oh, it's great that you have it in Italy and you can share it with your schools. It's perfect.
Yeah, thank you so much. It also took some time because we printed the guides here in Czech Republic in our regional office, and then we share it with the coordinators, and so it goes twice through the mail. So it's a little time demanding. But to your question about printing, it's not possible to print the guides yourself because, you know, like every printer has a little different colors. So if we want to be able to compare the results, compare the color change, we need to have some kind of certified printing so that each of us is using the same colors. The code actually relates to the same color. So if each of us prints it on the own printer, it wouldn't really be possible to compare the colors. But yeah, that's a very important question. If any one of you haven't received the color guide, please contact your country coordinators. Unfortunately, it's not possible to send it from the regional office, but the coordinators will definitely send it to you.
Okay, next there is another question about Tilia. If it could be Tilia americana or only Tilia cordata.
Yes. It's not a problem to choose another 3 species. There are the 7 species of the Phenology campaign, which one of them is Tilia cordata. This is more because we wanted to have the possibility to compare the results. So if we all observe Tilia cordata, then you can more easily find someone else and compare the results. But of course, if you don't have Tilia cordata close to your school or in your town, just choose another 3. That's not a problem at all. And I'm sure that you will find another school that's observing the same species. It's not a problem. It's really, this is really up to you. These 7 species is just a recommendation.
Yeah, and thank you for this question. It's a great question.
Yes. Okay. Well, I don't see any more questions now, so I will just show you 2 more activities that we have for you and some more resources, and then there will be more time for questions after that. So don't worry if you didn't have time to ask now, there will be another opportunity. Okay. So we went through the greening down activities, greening down observation, but the trees, they are part of the ecosystem. It's very complex, how the trees are influenced by their climate, by their place, and how they influence their place back. So there are more things that you can discover about your tree. And this is something extra. If you have time, if you feel like investing more time in observing a tree, you can try these activities. If not, it's perfectly fine if you just go for greening down activities. So first thing that you can do is to record the temperature and precipitation. Maybe you already do it, maybe you already do your atmosphere observation. If you do it, it's perfect. Then you can just compare your data, because greening down of trees is really connected to the temperature and to the amount of rainfall. So you can later on with your students check if there is any relation between the autumn change and the weather. Then trees play a very important role in binding carbon dioxide from the air. And the carbon is stored in the tree, in its wood, in the trunk, in the roots, but also in the leaves. So one of the extra activities is focus on the fact how much carbon is stored in the leaves of your tree. The activity is called How Leaves Lose White. So if you would like to know more about the way how trees store carbon, you can download this activity and try this one. And then another opportunity is to find out how big your tree is. You can measure its height with the activity, How Tall Is My Tree? And there are different options how to do it. You can use a handmade clinometer, the paper clinometer, or you can use online application Globe Observer tool that you maybe already know from your different Globe activities. Again, it's all described in detail in the activity. I already mentioned Grow Up, the application that we ask you to take picture with. It's a very simple application, and from the feedback from students, I know that it's that students really enjoy working with it. And the application allows you to take a picture of the tree, and then it automatically puts the picture, changes the pictures into a time-lapse video. So if every time that you visit your tree, take a picture of it, then at the end of autumn, you will have a beautiful video of your tree changing over the autumn. You can also share the pictures with us through the discussion forum of the Phenology campaign, or it will be placed automatically into the map at growup.today. It will be interesting source of information for you, but it's also used by the scientists from Wageningen University in the Netherlands, who actually developed this application, and they use it to do the comparison between different years, how the start of the season changes. So you will have interesting information for yourself, but also valuable source of information for the scientists. And then I would like to highlight discussion forum, which is a great place to show off your pictures, your results, and get inspired by other schools. It's also a place where you can ask other schools questions, or you can search for a partner for your observation. For those of you who were in our campaign in the past, we had a so-called collaboration group where we helped you to find a partner from other country. This autumn, we decided not to do this collaboration group because autumn is very short, and often it seemed that there was not enough time to really get in touch with the partners. So if you still would like to cooperate with someone closer, find a school for joint activities, you can just write a message to this forum, and I'm sure someone will respond, and you will find a partner for yourself. To work with the forum, you will need to sign into your Globe account. And perhaps I will stop sharing this presentation, and I will go to the campaign website directly, so you can.
Yeah, and I can put also the link to the chat.
Yes, please, Dana, that would be perfect. So now we are on the Phenology campaign website in the tab called News and Discussion. And here you will see many different categories. So please, when you decide to put some new input, you need first to choose the proper category. So it's 2022 autumn. And here you just simply create new thread, and I can try to do it. You write what's your subject. Here you write your message, and you can also add a picture. You can add them directly to the text, or you can just upload them separately. Then you click on publish, and everyone who comes to the forum will see it. Also, if you would like to receive the messages from the forum into your email, you can subscribe here for the news and discussion in general, and for the autumn category. So here you can see unsubscribe. When you click on these three dots, you can see unsubscribe because I'm already subscribed. But if you are not here, you will see subscribe. When you click on it, you will automatically receive all the messages from the forum to the email that is connected with your Globe account. So you will not miss news from anyone else. So this is one important thing about the campaign website. Then I would like to show you quickly the webinars tab, where you will find invitation to the webinars. It's the webinar today. And there's already announcement of the virtual student conference that will be taking place on, enlarge it, on 28th and 29th November. This is a Globe conference, so it's not just for the Phenology campaign, it's for the whole Europe and Eurasia Globe community, but it will be perfect time for you for sharing your results, for presenting your autumn research. And there's no registration, nothing yet, but it will be added here, and we will also inform you through newsletter. So, yeah, one more thing. At this tab, webinars tab, we also share invitation from trees around the Globe campaign website, where you can learn about trees from a little bit different perspective with the trees around the Globe campaign, led by NASA scientist Brian Campbell. And it's also a place where you will find recording of all the webinars that happened in the campaign in the past. So this is webinar step. And one last thing I would like to show you is a download material step, where you will find all the activities at one place. You will find there also closer information about the campaign species. So these are lists with the description and with the field guides. There are also links to Green Down protocol, to the Green Down data sheet. And also it includes some lesson plans ideas and activities ideas that you can do, like if you are searching for some more inspiration for the autumn campaign. Well, so I think this is all the important resources from the website. And Dana, please, if I have forgotten something, edit. And if not, we can come.
I think that you explained everything well. Maybe only about the student virtual conference, if you want to add something.
I'm not sure. Maybe we can send the information later on,
okay.
when we have the details. It will be 2 days. We will ask you to, let us know if you would like to present, and it will be some different like presentation from you, some opportunity to discuss in the groups and so on. And yeah, I think we will send you details when we have them all prepared together.
I would like to know if the Grow Up is good with iPad, Mac, because I tried to use it, but it seems to me that it works better on Android, maybe mobile phone, but on iPad sometimes it didn't work so well. So is it true, or?
It should work for both, for iPhone and for iPad, and for Android. However, sometimes we are, I know of reports of some problems. It's not us developing this app, but I can double check it with the Wageningen University and Globe Netherlands team to see if there's like currently if they have some news about iPad version. But yeah, it in general it should be the same for both. But I can check it for you. Yeah. Okay, I don't see any question. Maybe I would like to invite Petra Sekulic. I can see her. She's with us, and she and her team was involved in the campaign for many years, many times. So Petra, would you like to share your experience because I was talking just from the point of view of organizer, but Petra could give us the view of a teacher. So
yes, hi, I'm in the car. I'm going to my kid in the kindergarten, so I will not turn off the camera. Thank you, Alenka, for the opportunity to talk at this webinar. So we are in this campaign for many years, and the students very like or autumn or spring campaign, and they like to go outside, measure the height of the tree using the Grow Up application, watching the changing of the tree color, and we started observation 2 weeks ago, I think, with the new team. After 4 years, we have new students. Our team left from the school, so it is nice to see new enthusiasm. So from the 5th grade students, and it's very nice. It's very nice to see how much especially because there was no precipitation this year, and we see how it affects on our trees. So we observe lime tree, fig tree, cherry, and this year again the birch tree. So it is a lot of work, but students like it very much.
Thank you so much, Petra. I'm glad that students enjoy. Perhaps do you have some recommendation, something that the other teams should do, should not do, if something like that comes to your mind?
Yes, we observe 2 times in 1 week. So, for example, Monday and Wednesday. So we can compare the that data from many years ago. And we photograph every time the students go out. They photograph the tree and the leaves, and we put it in the, for example, Padlet or some other digital, I don't know, presentation, Canva or something, so we can exchange with our with other schools. So we do that, so it's very helpful, and we can always look back and see what was on the and if somebody wants to talk, you can always reach us. We are from elementary school Rugvica in Croatia.
Okay, so that's a great offer from a really experienced team from Rugvica.
Thank you, Lenka.
Petra, thank you so much. We will not, I think we will let you drive your car so that you can reach your kids safely. Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. Bye, take care. Okay, I see in the chat some comment.
Yeah, so I can read it. It's very interesting, but in my town, it's very difficult to find one of the 6 species near to my school. Every time I go out of the school with my student, I need to ask permissions, and we must be 2 teachers. If the tree is in the surrounding of the school, it is practicable. I am searching such a tree, but we have only cultivar. Yeah, what we can recommend, Lenka.
Yes, I think we talk about the thing that it's not necessary to focus on the recommended species. So if you have any tree, maybe on the school garden, if there's a tree of another species, or, you know, please, there's one thing is like the scientific result. The other thing is to take your students outdoors and let them think about the nature, let them, you know, experience the change. So even if it's cultivar, even if it's maybe some bush with leaves, you still can use it. It will probably not be so easy to compare it with someone else, but you still can talk with your students about what they see. It can be start for some further exploring of your surroundings. So yeah, or plant 1 tree today.
That is a nice recommendation.
Good idea.
Yeah, it will take some time to go up, but nice recommendation. Yeah, and I think really, as Lenka said, think about it, that it's the most important that students are going outside and they do the observation, and yeah, it's their learning.
Yeah. During the COVID time, we also experienced such option that students did the observation on their own, or perhaps with their parents. So it was like a assignment, like a homework for students to pick their own tree close to their own house, and then put the results together, perhaps on a Wakelet or Padlet, and so each student works separately, and then the class work together on like comparing the results. So that's an option as well. I don't know if that helps, but maybe some last questions.
Or if some teachers, if you have some more recommendations, please share it, because I see that there are more experienced teachers with us today, so you can share it now. It's the best way how to do it, from teacher to teacher.
And we have a question in chat from Hanna and Radka from Czech Republic, Luhačovice. If I understand it well, that you have been observing the trees, the same that you plan to observe now, but there was some kind of break between the observations. If you need to describe the trees again, well, if these are the same trees as you observed like 2 years ago, then you don't have to. You can keep adding data to, you already have the site in the Globe database, you already have there the trees, so you can just keep adding data to those trees. If these are different trees, then of course it's necessary to add them newly to the database. Okay, seeing no more question, then I have one very short video, one short message from students for you before we end our session. So I'll share it with you, and I hope you will enjoy it.
Sveiki! Linkėjimai iš Lietuvos. Aš esu Karina. O aš esu Milda. O čia mūsų verslas.
Šį medį mes jau gerai pažįstame, nes su The Globe jį stebime jau net 4 metus.
Pavasarį stebime, kaip sprogsta lapų pumpurėliai.
O rudenį, kaip keičiasi medžių lapų spalva.
O kodėl keičiasi medžių lapų spalva? Tai vyksta dėl to, kad keičiasi oro temperatūra. Ir paros metu sutrumpėja diena ir pailgėja naktis. Medžiai mums svarbus, nes vykdo fotosintezę. Valo orą, gamina deguonį, suburia mus visus drauge. Sodinkime medžius, rūpinkimės jais, domėkimės ir mylėkime juos, nes jie svarbus mums ir mūsų ateinančioms kartoms. Iki!
Okay, so that was a message at the end from students from Lithuania, from Jonava Samulevičius Progymnasium, and I think this is a good message to end. So to all of you, enjoy your trees, love them, observe them, and if you need anything, you have any questions, don't worry or don't fear to ask us, write us anytime. We will be really happy to help if we can. So thank you for joining today. Thank you for being with us, and good luck for your autumn observations.
So thank you, and enjoy the autumn with trees.